Yeah, I saw what happened to AWX. The owner of SureTrader bought out all 1.9 million shares of the morning, guys. Sorry, the stream was late. I'm probably not gonna be trading today. Too late into the game, and after Thursday and Friday's loss, I need to reevaluate my strategy and you know, change some things up. And I'm definitely late into the game today. Yeah, it's a little late for this morning, but I will have week two's recap video up today. It'll be uploaded later today. AMD is making, looks like AMD might be making new highs. Yeah, I just need to cut back on all of I need to stop trading patterns I don't know and only need to stop counter trading, and there's a lot of things that I need to work on. Definitely just cutting back and doing one trade a day. Might just paper trade for today. Um, let's check out HMMY. I might short HMMY. That might be my only trade for today. Because HMMY is going straight down. They've filed bankruptcy basically, and I can short them because I have Tradenet. Most other brokers can't. They don't have shares to borrow, but because I'm a CFD account, I can short this. So we're all the way down to like $249, I think. Let's see what the range is on this. $150, $130, $1.50. Oh, it's almost down to zero, so it's not even really worth it now. Well, good thing I've got oh yeah, you guys can't see the chat. I always forget to do that when I'm shooting, recording. There, now chat should be up. And TFS is not up. Yeah, I was doing good. I was almost back up to break even last week, and then Thursday and Friday everything went to hell, and I lost a lot of money. AWX is going to be interesting today because it's for those that haven't heard, or maybe you didn't see it in the chat. I think I posted it in, where did I post that at? Might have been the pit. Where did I post that at? The filings, the Form 4 for AWX. Where did I post that at? Maybe it was review picks. I think it was review picks. Yeah. So this is the Form 4 that was filed. Basically, the owner of SureTrader bought up the entire float of AWX, all 1.9 million shares. This is the actual filing. So yeah, he bought 1.922 million Class A common stocks. So that's what that huge surge was yesterday in pre-market, is him buying up all these shares. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with it. How much do I risk per trade? That's based on my calculator. So it dynamically changes every day. So I just put in my portfolio amount and the risk that I want to trade, or the percentage that I want to trade on the portfolio, and I select what my stop loss is over here, and that tells me my share size. Why did all my stuff minimize? That's weird. All right, let's check out Gush. All right, Gush is back into channel. S&P 500 is looking red though. I think today we're just going to watch. One of my rules, I think, moving forward is going to be not trading till about 9:50 to 10 o'clock, letting the market play out. I was doing a lot of research this weekend after talking to Ryan about opening bell movement and volatility and all that. And usually patterns will, once a stock moves a certain way, it'll continue to move that way for the remainder of the day. So like yesterday, obviously the S&P 500 went red, and everything else went red with it for the day. So, and it just continues that trend the entire day. Yesterday was consolidation day, or sorry, Thursday was a consolidation day, and the day before that was a bullish day. So once it creates its movement, it usually sticks to it, and I just need to be more patient and wait for those good movements. Let's check out HTZ. So HTZ's back up, way up on its channel. This would have been a good buy all along, but we missed it. I also have the overall market up here now, so we can always watch this with a quick chart. Yeah, I know. I am Ace. I'm reevaluating. I'm not trading today. Just gonna watch the market because Friday was interesting with the major pullback on the market. Even though, let's see what Amazon's doing too, because Amazon had really good earnings. But Amazon had very good earnings Friday, or sorry, Thursday night. But because the S&P 500 tanked yesterday. It looks like it's still tanking today. I missed this move. If I was going to short it, I should have shorted like up here, but not going to chase it. Yeah, I might play some games later. I got a lot of work to do. I have to. The week 2 recap will be up today. I'll try, depending on when I shut down the stream, it'll either be at 1 o'clock or maybe 5 o'clock release time Eastern. And I still got some stuff I got to do on it. And then I might be getting trading trade ideas, scanners today. I was talking to Ryan with it, and he's got it, and he really likes it. And I'm tired of TOS. It screws up a lot, and the scanners aren't always up to speed, and they miss things a lot. And I'm tired of dicking with TOS as far as scanners and watch lists goes. CBS. Wow. Was this earnings or just news or technical? It's already ran too much for me. I want to wait for a pullback. No problem, Robert. You're getting some lag, Jigsaw? Morning, Rabbit. I've also switched around my time frames, so impatience has been one of the major issues for me, and I think uh, my personality is just not suited for the 2-minute time frames and the 5-minute time frames. So I'm going to try a slower time frame, and that way, hopefully it'll help manage my impatience and letting plays take their run, take their course. Let's check out Facebook. You use TI, Jigsaw? Yeah, Facebook's going red again. So the next price target on Facebook after that break is probably down. Well, it's bouncing on it right now. Yeah, perfect bounce right there. Pull them back up. When did I start trading? This particular account and this style of trading, I've only been doing live for 2 weeks. Well, this is the 3rd week, but I was paper trading it for about a month and a half. But I've been trading for probably 8-9 months now. Jigsaw, you use what, like live streams and stuff, like that one? I need to pull that up actually. I'm charting with TOS and I'm scanning. I'm charting with TOS and scanning with TOS, and I trade with Tradenet. And also, I need to change that account. I started off with the TradingView is fine. I like TradingView, but I started with TOS, so I'm more familiar with TOS. Just personal preference. Looks like HMMY is going to take forever to short because nobody wants to buy it because it's a terrible stock. Rita. Biggest mistake: over trading, impatience. A lot of impatience is probably the biggest one. It's cost me a lot of money, not just in getting stopped out in certain trades, but also not making as much money as I could on certain trades, or not getting the entries that I should have waited for, which could have given me better averages and better stop losses and better profits. So IDRA. Oh, do we have a stock split here? Is this a stock split or a gap up? This looks like a stock split. $7 down to AWX. AWX is tanking hard. Rita. I'm going to get rid of XL and X because I don't care about that anymore. NT and X tanking. This could be a short trap here, but I'm gonna stop playing short traps because they are counter trend trading, and I'm going to stick to only doing with trend trading. HMMY, AWX, HTSE. Damn, Hertz is going way up. So I'm completely out of Hertz now. This is a full point move. At this point, it's way overextended on the channel, but it's recovering from the pullback from yesterday or Friday. If I was going to take a trade, it would have been this one right here. Yeah, so there's the move that I was looking for Friday on HTZ. Unfortunately, I got out of my swing trade as well on this, so we're not making money on the swing trade on Robinhood either. Damn, it's the main climber. It's the second highest or the third highest climber of the day, maybe. No, fourth highest climber. GBR is also. Looks like we got a technical pop on GBR. AMD. Yeah, it's looking like AMD might fail, not make higher highs, might be pulling back now. I have multiple streams of income that allow me to not have a typical day job. Having two roommates helps the most. That really cuts down my expenses. I own the house that I'm in, so I rent out rooms. Yeah, I have a mortgage. Look at all the links that you can use on for TI. What are you talking about, Jigsaw? I would, if you're looking to get into real estate, I'd hold off technically. It looks like the market might be having a pullback in the next year or two, and that's the time to buy real estate. Unless you get into a good place, a good, like a high demand area. What what links are you talking about, Jigsaw? Let's check out LabVIEW. LabVIEW's still tanking as well. Let's see if alerts sound. All right, sounds are now, alerts are now fixed. Oh, you posted them. Okay. Yeah, I watch Aaron's World. Uh, United Trader trades them. Okay. Which one do you like the most, Jigsaw? IQ? It's definitely bearish for the day, and it's the S&P 500 is looking pretty weak. Um, we're getting some major runs, but we are bearish today as well for the S&P 500. APCI. B-class warrants. Yeah, Tesla's still coming down as well. So there's the top on HTZ. Damn, had a huge run. Well, that's exactly what I was looking for before I got out of my position. Tesla, Elon Musk, or well, I guess is Tesla's profitable? I know SpaceX is not profitable at all, but they're not a public company. Big run up on yeah. You got a 200 EMA bounce at 269. MTSL is cracking and breaking. Morning, Danto. Are you using TOS, Mason? TOS is not the greatest for finding breakout stocks. The system doesn't refresh quick enough.
Hey, welcome.
Jigsaw, it looks like United Trader's not streaming their watch list today. The highest rated screeners are trade ideas, and then equity feed, and then if you want to, a third would be Tim Sykes's stocks to trade. A lot of people in his courses use that, but I would say equity feed or uh, trade ideas is probably the two most popular scanning softwares there are. They are expensive though. I think TI is 120 bucks a month, and then um, equity feeds like 160 bucks a month or something like that. Looks like there's the break on Gush. It's looking like Gush is going to be bullish for the day. Good buy target would have been on this EMA, but it's already gone now. So it's 10-10 right now. Yeah, it looks like, waiting to 950 before I make any entries is probably going to be a good strategy. So I'm making some rules for tomorrow. So as much as I like counter trend trading and doing bull traps and bear traps, I need to stick to simpler patterns and patterns that are not nearly as complicated and high risk. So I'm only going to be trading with the trend on these EMAs, and I'm going to wait for solid confirmation, and I'm only going to trade stocks that I'm very familiar with. So tomorrow, I don't think we're going to take a trade today. Most of the runs have already happened, it looks like. Amazon. And we are, I'm not going to be entering into any trades until 950. So all this stuff is going to be designed to mitigate my issues with impatience, and also no counter trend trading. What are you talking about, Jason? TradingView scanners? I have not used TradingView scanners. I don't know if they're good or not. Lots of people like TradingView though. So Gush is in a channel right now. So the way I trade Gush is just bouncing off of the channel rebounds, but it's currently midway in its channel right now, so it's not a buy target for me. Oh, 10 o'clock, 10:40, yeah. S&P 500 still bearish, but we'll probably get a consolidation day today on S&P 500. We'll see if it rebounds. Yeah, a lot of people prefer trade ideas more than anything. It looks like the S&P 500 is making new lows, so we might have another bear day today. Let's pull up our test fundamental dip. Looks like a lot of the big market caps are going short for the day. Baba's short, Nvidia's short. Damn, I didn't realize Nvidia had a 150 million market cap. I have not checked out CY. Yeah, that's my biggest issue. That's my only issue with TOS really is the scanning. Other than that, I really like TOS. How much do I make on YouTube? I've been contemplating releasing that information. There's a lot of concerns with doing something like that and talking about how much money you make. Obviously, the drama that comes with it, but if I'm going to be doing videos over, the whole premise of this YouTube channel is to document my process and progress of you learning how to make money and actually making the money. And obviously, YouTube and my other passive income sources are a part of that. Um, so I've been contemplating whether I want to, talk about those things publicly, but it comes with some concerns. Obviously, privacy, the biggest one. I don't make a whole lot. I make enough to pay bills. I'll tell you that. CY, that's the gap up. AMD, looks like AMD's trying to go long. Looks like it is breaking out on new highs. It's not a buy for me anymore because it's, I don't know, $19, $20. We'll probably see a $20 bounce. It was bullish on the open. Definitely bullish on the open. Um, the proper entry would have been down here in the low 1940s, 30s. Halts are usually 5-minute intervals. Sometimes they're 10 minutes if they've been halted multiple times. And they get halted from volatility. There's a bunch of different circuit breakers in the Nasdaq, and you have to look them up. The biggest one is volatility, and I think it's moves more than 10% its price in like a 5-minute period or something like that. I can't remember exactly what the requirements are. Hey, stock addiction. Oh, and if you guys have not seen it yet, on my YouTube channel, we did a live stream Saturday with Ryan, my friend Ryan, who's in the Discord, Hale, and we had about a 2-hour live stream where we talked about strategies and trading, and he did some market analysis. So if you guys have not seen that yet, it's right there, Trader Strategies, Ryan PDT. It's pretty good. video. He gives a lot of insight into how he trades, and a lot of tips and tricks. Yeah, this is definitely a trading YouTube first, but I would like to transition it into other aspects of money and investment, like real estate and passive income, building multiple streams of income, because those are also very important things. I mean, I'm assuming everybody's watching these trading videos because they want to make money. So, it's not exactly like, I start making art videos and trying to learn how to paint, which is a totally out there compared to my normal videos. Yeah, there's the bounce on $20 mark. Missed it by a few cents. Yeah, I've been thinking about joining Awesome Calls and contacting AJ Trading or Spartan Trader for training. My issues with obviously jumping into a chat room is one, I can't live stream any of their content because that's just rude. Um, but I think I could set it up to where you guys can't see it, but I could listen into it. I don't know. I'll have to. If I do it, I'll have to contact them and discuss the best way to handle that. I'm all for promoting good educators and good content, so I'm all for sending people their way if I like the content. My previous job salary, before I quit my job, I was making $20.50 an hour or $21 an hour, and then time and a half or time and a half on overtime. So I could on overtime I'd be making 30 something bucks a month or an hour. Nice alpha trade. Are you guys using the discount links as well? We have discount links in the intro. No, in the announcements, which I need to update these and put them in the brokers section down here. But yeah, for anybody that's looking to get into Tradenet, there are discount codes. Actually, there's a 20% discount code until tomorrow for their intro account. I don't know anything about futures, but a lot of people have been jumping into chat telling me to trade futures because it's very profitable. I just have not really looked at them. What's the S&P 500 futures? FX? Is it FX? No, it's not FX. ES. AWX halted again. Yeah, AWX is going to be crazy today. Yeah, S&P 500 futures are bearish. So can somebody explain to me why futures are more profitable? There's lots of people saying futures are more profitable, but why exactly? Because I feel like I would be sizing in and trading the same risk management on futures as I would a stock. Um, ES Mini. So is this ES Mini? Yeah, this is E Mini. So, oh yeah, so futures are contracts, right? Aren't they? They're I don't know if I can trade futures on Tradenet. Yeah, I can't trade. You can't trade futures on Tradenet, unfortunately. But isn't it a contract like an option, like 100 shares or something like that? My broker is outside of the U.S., so I'm not subjected to the PDT rule. Tradenet isn't uh, held down. It's a contract for difference account. It's not actually a brokerage account, so it doesn't have to deal with the PDT rule. Do you trade futures, Jigsaw? What do you mean stock addiction? You would be on everything? What do you mean by everything? Oh, you'd be trying to cover everything in your YouTube videos. See, that's one of the common mistakes though on people that start YouTube channels. You have to really focus and niche your market. You don't want to get out there with a bunch of different ideas. You want to stick to one particular thing. Just because I want to have more frequency of trades. Um, I want to do this as a career. Um, there's nothing wrong with swing trading. It's just I can afford to invest a bunch of time into day trading, whereas some people have busier schedules. I have more free time, so I do day trading. Morning EM. I'll have to buy another account at this point. My next trade has to be green, and it has to be a very good green because I'm risking. Well, let's pull up the portfolio, or let's pull up the calculator. So my account's down to 250 bucks, which is crazy low for a day trading account. I'm risking 12%, and even if I have a one-to-one trade, I'm going to be only making 22 bucks. 2 to 1 is going to be about 40 bucks. So I really have to manage my get into only good trades for the next few weeks really. Um, these next If I don't blow up this account and I actually bring it back up to 500, it's going to be a very testing challenge trying to get through all the commissions, eating it up, and all that. But it'll be a good lesson, good learning experience, so that I It's better to do it now on a $500 account than on a $10,000 account. No problem, Zach. Best source for learning to swing trade. Ricky Gutierrez's Learn, Play, and Profit course is pretty good for swing traders. I've heard and been told that Jason Bonds is also a very good swing trader, but his um, program is much more expensive than Ricky's. There is a discount link in online courses here in the Discord if you are wanting like 25 bucks off of Ricky Gutierrez's course. All right, there's the 20 break. Looks like we're getting some red on the time and sales. Yeah, the calculator is also on the Discord channel or server. It's under Best Resources right here under Garen's Trading. No, you should definitely not take out a loan to get into stocks. There's a reason you can't go get a loan specifically for the stock market because it's one of the most dangerous and risky investments you can do. Has a lot of potential for upside, but also one of the most dangerous and risky types of investment you can do. You should only put money into the stock market that you don't mind losing, especially starting out. Once you get a strategy lined out and you feel confident with what you're doing, then you could probably leverage some money into it. But I would personally never do that. Even if I was a fantastic day trader and was like 5 years into it and knew all my strategies, taking out a loan is just too much. You're exposing yourself. You're exposing your net worth way too much for the risk. Ricky shows his losses. He has red days where he goes over them, I think. I haven't really watched his videos lately. He's in. I don't know. I guess just how people take it, really. Ricky does a whole lot of other stuff other than just day trading. You know, he's got some other businesses, and he sells more than I do. I don't like to do high pressure sales, and I don't like to do promotions all the time. It just it kind of I feel like it cheapens or dilutes your content, especially if you're doing educational stuff. Like people are always going to be hesitant to spend money on stuff when you're constantly promoting things. Sorry, leverage for what, Chino? uh, Depends on where you're at, where you live. Ola, Jeed, are you? What country are you from? HTZ is still making new highs, still up at the 98% fib. Looks like it's curling over. Um, let's throw RSI up here real quick. Yeah, it's very overextended on the daily. And it's very overextended on the hourly. If I wanted to, this would be the pullback right now to short this. I think I'm liking the 10-minute time frames a lot more. I feel like it's much easier to see the tops and the bottoms on this 10-minute. $15.18. Usually things top out on let's do a paper trade, an actual paper trade. Go into short HTZ here on this rollover at we'll just do market order, so short at 15.15. Let's do what's the range on this? Dollar range, so we're looking for a $0.5 move. We'll do a $0.5, 45 shares. So for those don't have that cheat sheet, what I just did really is whenever I'm shorting something, all I do is I measure the distance that it's moved, or the distance that I think it's going to move, or my stop loss. So if I click the bottom of this move to the top, that's $1.12. You see that right under the 7.96%. That's the dollar amount that it's moved. So typically pullbacks come in 61 fib to 50 fib range. So you're looking for a pullback down into the 1470s area. So $0.5. If it moved a full dollar, you're looking for a $0.5 move. So 50-cent stop loss, 45 shares right there. So that's my entry sizing. And if it breaks and makes new highs, if it gets into the 20s, I'll get out. But this probably is going to be the curl over, and it's going to come down. We'll just have to wait and see. I am definitely liking the slower time frame. Yeah, Jake, that is absolutely true. You do learn more coaching than you do trading themselves. That's one of the main reasons why I started this YouTube channel, actually, is because, all right, 23, looks like we're making new highs. This is, again, counter trend trading. I shouldn't be doing this. So we're going to wait for the pullback and get out. Limit sell at 21 cents. All right, there it got filled, so out at 29 or 21. So that would have been a small loss. Really, I should have probably limited in the 30s to give myself some room. But yeah, no. One of the reasons I started this YouTube channel is because I know that you do learn things quicker if you teach other people. So I didn't want to be a guru, because obviously I'm not a successful trader. That would be a very bad way to do my videos and market myself. But I think marketing myself in a way that I'm learning and sharing my experiences with other people has definitely helped me improve drastically. Doing this live stream every day is really forcing me to stick to my strategies and always be refining and improving. It's almost like a demand thing, really. Like the live stream and the YouTube kind of forces me to be better. Oh, you're in Learn Profit, Dustin? Yeah, I'm in it too. It is a good course for swing trading and ETFs. Yeah, I'm watching the S&P 500. Looks like it's just going to consolidate for the day. Am I skeptical of Ricky? No. I think he's a decent dude. I've talked to him before. Um, he's just he has a style. That's what it is. What it is. You either like it or you don't. No, I've been watching HTZ for the past week. Actually, I was in this as a swing trade to go long, and I was looking for this move Friday, but it didn't happen Friday, and it broke down because the S&P 500 pulled it down, and I stopped out right here at 1390. I should have just let my swing trade go because I would have made good money today. My target with $500 account is $1 million, but let's break even first, and then we'll get to $1,000, and then after that we'll work on the million. Um, oh, hey Casino, haven't seen you in a while. Facebook, yeah, you and uh, you and Richard have been telling me to get in or study options a lot more, and I need to. Um, oh yeah, we do have that wedge going there, then it cracked down. Yep, looks like it. Yeah, it broke its second resistance. I'm just watching the market today. I had a terrible Thursday and Friday. It definitely helps, Kid, to record your trades and go back through them and see what you did. Especially if you have I would highly recommend putting a camera, a webcam, to record you and watch your facial expressions and watch like the emotions that you're going through, because you really don't. You might not pay attention to those starting out. Learn to dunk by like Jordan, $300 course. Yeah, we definitely need more options traders and inputs from options traders, Casino and Richard. Yeah, I plan on live streaming for quite a long time. Um, Facebook. Let's go back to HTZ, see what it's doing. So HTZ, let's see, first leg, second leg, third leg. It looks like it's trying to curl over, but we will wait. We will wait for a break of this EMA before we short. I want confirmation that we're getting into a short. I need to try. I need to stop. That's one of my biggest issues too, is trying to stop catching the tops of these things. My impatience is wanting to be perfect on my entries. Looks like we're getting a bit of a wedge on the 10-minute, so we'll see how that goes. It might run up into the 30s or the 40s, but we're just going to wait. Uh, just let it go and see what happens. Yeah, right now that is a good strategy, Mason. Just whatever I think about doing, do the opposite, and you'll make money. At least that's been the trend for the past 2 days. Yeah, hold on, I got a call. Hey, what's up? I'm live streaming and trading right now, but I can probably eat later. How, um, how about 11:30? You want to wait like 45 minutes? All right, all right. See. Um, I've seen red days on Ricky's videos. Let's go look. Let's look at his YouTube channel real quick. He says he doesn't have a whole lot of red days. I will say he doesn't live stream his trades, uh, but he's a swing trader, so it's not, it's kind of, you can't really live stream swing trading. $100 profits, $100 profits, $850 profits. Yeah, he doesn't have a whole lot of red days, or at least he doesn't show his red days. No, there's a red day, but that was 1 month ago. Ricky's also a very conservative trader as well. He is his I I couldn't really trade his strategy because it was so slow and it was slow. It was very he waits for like quadruple confirmation that the trend's going a certain way before he gets into a trade, and he'll only trade it for a small fraction of the actual move. His style is he likes to run the 4 hour charts. So let's pull up the 4 hour. He likes to only trade swing trades once they have gapped up over the 20 EMA. So he will not get into a trade until he sees bullish confirmation and it has a huge range as well. So HTZ would actually be a stock that he would trade. And he'll trade off of these resistance lines. And he will not get into a trade. He won't get into the bottom. He will wait for it to totally gap up and start running. And he'll only trade like these 2 days right here, or maybe this day. But he will always get out before it hits any kind of resistance. So it makes sense that he has pretty decent green days because he's a very conservative type style of trader. He's not aggressive at all, and it works for him. So I can see how he might not have a whole lot of red days, but it's hard to say really. Yeah, Ricky also scales as well, so he will not he will get into these trades, but he'll get into them very light, and he will only play these small these small legs right here. That's only like that's 5% over. He only looks for 3% growth on portfolio a week, so it's a very slow style of trading and a very conservative style. And so there's the break of there's the second break on HTZ. Again, I'm not going to short it until it shows confirmation. No, they help McDonald. You just have to get used to looking at them. Yeah, he does. He does voice live trading on in the Learn Plan Profit Discord, but I don't think he shows his actual screen. He doesn't like as when I was in it, I didn't see him doing any uh, live streams of the actual trades. Dustin, I'm not knocking on Ricky. I was just looking at his YouTube channel. I like Ricky. I think he's got a solid course. I will say it is rough. It is rough reporting reds. I did not want to shoot my recap video Thursday and Friday after those major losses. It really takes especially for a new trader, it just takes a toll on you. Even if this is a $500 account, I hate uh, failing and reporting those reds. Okay, so now it's looking pretty bearish now on HTZ. We got this big wick on the 10-minute. So I tried to make that second leg. This is basically the test of the wedge. So we have this ascending wedge here, and it rips up. So we're probably going to look for a short now as it curls over. No, you don't, Buster. It just depends on your strategy and your style. You don't have to have 5K. For a day trading account, you do want to typically start with more money than a swing trading account. If you have less than $1,000, I would recommend swing trading and building that account to a size that you could day trade with, because commissions will eat you alive on day trading if you don't have a good setup. Ricky's going for 15 to 20% a week, so he has upped his risk level than from when I was in his course. He recommends most new traders only go for about 3% a week though. Where's he live streaming his stuff, Dustin? I haven't seen any of his videos. Oh, you live in Scottsdale, Stock? I'm looking to travel to Scottsdale. I want to get out to Arizona. I think it'd be a pretty cool place to visit. Yeah, 3% a week is fine. Is 3% a week is easily doable on a swing trading course for new traders. You know, that's a very manageable profit to loss. Okay, so he must post it in the Discord. Let's I'm in his Learn Plan Profit. Let's check it out. I'm guessing he posts this in announcements. Morning live chat.
Don't overcomplicate your trade.
No, Jason Bond. I don't want to buy your course.
My name is Jason Bond, and I'm the founder.
Okay, so he is. Yeah, he is live trading. All right. What time is that? 7 o'clock. No, this is pre-market analysis. Wait, is that pre-market or is he live trading? No, he's. Oh, duh. He lives in Arizona, so of course it's going to say 6 o'clock and 7 o'clock instead of 9 o'clock. Yeah, so he trades live. You guys. He's doing VWAP, EMA trades. He really likes. I cannot trade. I cannot trade some of those ETFs with VWAP. He does it very well, but those leveraged ETFs tend to burn me on day trades. And that's what Richard was talking about. You can emulate his. I think his swing trading course is pretty easy to do. It's a pretty straightforward and simple strategy, and that's why it works so well, and that's why I think so many people like it. But day trading, his day trading strategy is a little more difficult. He VWAP traded you guys. It looks like for this low bounce, he plays the VWAP low and highs. I can't personally do it. The you guys is a little easier, but JNUG, I've never made a good trade on JNUG. It always burns me. I think it's because it's always parabolic. It always does a weird move in the morning. It's very hard to predict. Yeah, I'm sure the car shows in Scottsdale are amazing too. On Kung, you mean J-Nug, Samuel? You sound like my dad, big. Real job. I don't personally want to spend the next 40 years of my life slaving away for nothing. Are you doing his day trading style, Dustin, or are you just doing the swing trading course? There's the break on HTZ. So yeah, it's looking like, I don't know. I'm not even going to counter trend trade for the next month. I'm doing no counter trend trading. So if you guys see me trying to trade, trying to short a bounce and a reversal, stop me and yell at me and tell me not to do it, because I am not going to counter trend trade anymore, or at least for a month or two. I don't have enough time to do part-time jobs even. And they wouldn't be paying me enough to. I always focus my energy and time on any kind of revenue that scales. After after reading all the books that I did, it's pointless to have a day job, because you have to pay 30% taxes on all the money you make before you even get paid. It's much more profitable to just start a business and run all your revenue through that. And I don't invest any time into any jobs or work that don't scale with my time. The more I put into them. What do I see HTZ doing right now? Curling over and doing a bounce and hopefully finishing strong, because it will probably run up to the 50 EMA. So ideally, this will probably curl over and then go back long. It might touch the VWAP, but it depends on how strong the bullish push is. It's looking pretty damn strong right now. We have this huge bullish engulfing candle, so I'm assuming this is probably going to finish at around the 100% mark. Yeah, you having a day job is one of the worst things. It's one of the worst pieces of advice you could possibly have if you want to become rich. It's not about dollar. Don't focus on the dollar signs, little big. It's about percentages. So if you can take $1 and turn it into $2, you can turn $10,000 into $20,000. But if you can't turn $1 into $2, you won't be able to turn any other amount of money into profit, because it's not about the dollar signs. It's about the percentages that you make and your strategy and your win rates. Um, so right now I'm trading with $249, and my average risk is $22. My potential one-to-one trades are $22. My potential two-to-two trades are $40. But when this account becomes $2,000, that's now $230. When this account is $20,000, it's going to be $2,300 per trade. So don't focus on the dollar signs. That doesn't matter. It's all about the percentages. The only time day jobs are good is if you're young and you don't have any capital and you have no debt. Preferably, you don't want to get a day job with debt. That's one of my biggest issues with college is you're taking on a tremendous amount of risk and you're trying to predict what you're going to enjoy for the next 10 to 20 years of your life. And it works for some people, but the biggest benefit of a job is security. You have health insurance and security, and the paycheck comes every single day or every single week. Those are very good things that I kind of knock on that I really shouldn't, because there are some benefits to a day job. But overall, if you're looking at the span of the next 60 years of your life and you're wanting to become rich, you should do everything you can to get rid of your job so that you can build your money in other ways that scale. Um, if you do get a day job, I would recommend sales. The best the the sales is the one style of a day job that will actually scale with time and the money you put into it. Warren Buffett has his day job and his routine, but he mostly just does research. So his day job is trading, really, or investing. So he has a job, but his job is built around long-term investing, and he understands compounding money. So Warren Buffett's if your job is focused on compounding money, then yeah, but he runs a business as well, so he's running a business more than a job. I consider a job where you go in and get a paycheck every week and you just go home and don't worry about anything for the weekend and then go back and repeat and rinse and repeat. Hey Nana, should you quit McDonald's? Does real estate work scale with time? Yeah, absolutely. Real estate is statistically the most profitable investment style you could do over the past 2,000 years. There's always people being born, and there's always people that need a place to live. It's been one of the oldest. It's the first real investment strategy that's been around since the Babylonians back 4,000 BC. So real estate the real estate generates you cash flow every month. If your mortgage is less than the money you rent out for, you're making positive cash flow every single month on top of paying a mortgage, which you're paying interest on the loan, but you're not paying it. It's the person that is renting the place is paying it. So you own the asset and they pay you and you pay the mortgage, but that money goes into principal. So over the 30 years, if you have a 15-year loan or a 30-year loan, you're not really losing. You are losing a percentage of it into interest, but the majority of the money you're making and putting into a vessel. The house is an asset. It's a vessel that holds the money, and the house and the land scale with inflation as well. So you're kind of immune to inflation. You're making cash flow every single month, and you're growing your capital every single year as you pay off the loan. So it's one of the best investment strategies you can possibly have is real estate. Yeah, that is absolutely true. Stevens, it's New York is extremely competitive. Yeah, I bet he does. He never really talks about options. I haven't seen any videos with Buffett and his uh, investment style. Be interested in being a part of my doc. What do you mean, doc? Like a documentary? AV DIY Club? Yeah, Rich Dad Poor Dad is a fantastic book. It's my top rated. The Rich Dad Poor Dad and Rich Dad Poor Dad Cash Flow Quadrant are my two most recommended books that anybody could read. I would say no, John, because AI, artificial intelligence is probably going to take over the trucking industry over the next few years. If you get into the trucking industry, you need to do like the best of the best, like transporting extremely important materials that can't be dropped or broken. Like one of those trucks with the multi-swivel wheels and stuff. Like you need to be on it because there's going to be a huge downsizing in the trucking industry probably in the next 15 years with artificial intelligence and self-driving cars because it's pure. People are going to argue with me on that, but it comes down to cost. It's always going to be cheaper to have a robot drive something than it is to pay somebody to do it. So there's going to be a major downsizing when the profit's there for companies to make. Man, I'm having trouble keeping up with the chat now. We got 178 people in here. I'm starting to lose track of answering everybody. For some reason, the view counter does not update. So here's the HTZ pullback. It's looking like it's gonna probably bounce off the $15 mark. So we got a 50-cent pullback off of that high. Oh, you read them, Savannah? Um, did you happen to read them when they were recommended here in this YouTube channel, or did you just read them because you saw them? Yeah, I mean, from a you have to think about what's best for the business. If you want to get into a field and you're thinking about downsizing or something like that, especially with the trucking industry, if you're a business owner, if you're FedEx, what's going to be more profitable to cut 50,000 drivers' jobs and buy a $20,000 robot that runs for the next 10 years, or continue paying them their wages and their insurance and their coverage and paying the income tax too as well. Companies, when you pay income tax, the company also has to pay the equal income tax. That's one thing that I don't think a lot of people know, or at least that is how it is in Indiana. I'm assuming it's the same everywhere, where you actually pay 15% and the company pays the other 15%, but the total is a 30%. But the company takes it out of your check anyways, so it comes out as 30% for you. Um, but the companies don't have to pay that 15% when the robot's driving the truck. Yeah, cash flow quadrant is. I've read like 7 of the Rich Dad Poor Dad books. They're all pretty good, but definitely cash flow quadrant and the first one are the best. Let's check out AWX. Man, this thing is hitting lows. Looks like it's finding its bottom. That is true. Bandwidth will be an interesting topic. I don't know. I still feel like the infrastructure needs to come first for artificial drivers, but it's something that's coming. It'll happen eventually. It's not a matter of if it's going to happen. It's when it's going to happen, and when is it going to be profitable for companies to get into it. That's all companies care about. As soon as it becomes profitable for them to start doing that, that's when you'll start seeing self-driving cars. Yeah, the owner of SureTrader bought all the float on AWX. I'll be right back. Um, let's see. I posted the the information on AWX in trade reviews or review picks. Here's all the major ownerships of AWX. Let's see. Mint Broker International was the last one, 10% owner. Then we have a few more. So these are all the way back in 2007. So these probably guys are all sold out. The most recent one is Officer Chief Financial Officer. Security number. Yeah, all these transactions are old. Mint Brokers actually, he bought up C5 common stock. This is he purchased a ton of what ticker is this? MTLS. So yeah, he did the same thing on MTLS as well. What day was that? 7/11. Let's check out MTLS. So look, 7/11. So yeah, this big push right here was him buying MTLS. So he's done this multiple times. 7/11 amount 146,000, 500,000 shares, over 600,000 shares on MTLS. Let's check out the float MTLS. He didn't. Okay, float's 1.69 million short float ratio, insider owned. 70% of it, yeah. So he bought up quite a bit of the float on MTLS. He also did it to GBR as well. Almost 1 million shares on GBR for $8.60. So he's got some kind of strategy to push these and make money off of them somehow. I don't know how he doesn't get stuck in these trades. Like, I don't know how he actually ends up making profit. So that big push was probably him. Well, He's buying at market value though, Eric. So as that stock runs up, as AWX, I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe somebody that's had more experience in the market, maybe Richard could answer this. The if you're buying, so this big push was him buying up these shares, I believe, but he's paying. The price is increasing as he's buying more shares because the demand is going up. So he's paying more and more as the stock goes up, and then now he's trying to dump. Uh, I'm assuming he's trying to dump almost 1 million shares back into the market for a profit right there. But maybe he sized into it. Maybe he scaled his investment this way, and then he forces a surge right at the end. So maybe his average is like down here, and he's just scaling into it as it goes. But then he files the form for. Not really sure what his strategy would be on that. He would not be making money if his average was $8.50. So amount of shares, yeah. So there's no set price that he paid for this one compared to. Yeah, so he paid for a set price on these Class A common stock. Yeah, so he is paying common stock A or D. I'm not sure what A or D means. Yeah, there's no way he bought it all at once. That would be a terrible investment strategy. Let's see what the volume is on these past few days. So, yeah, there's 10 million traded, 9 million traded, 13 million, 1.8 million. So maybe this was all him. Maybe he bought on this first day down at like $2 and something, and then filed. When was the file? What's the date on this? 7/27. He has 2 days to file it, so the 27th was Friday. So yeah, he probably Friday. What day is this? 24th? No. 27th, 26th, 25th. So he had to start getting into it at least on the 25th. So his average might be somewhere over here. I don't know how that works. He might have gotten. He might have. No, I think it doesn't. You don't have to file a Form 4 until you buy 10% or more of the float. So, or of the total shares. So he might not have. That timer might not have started until he bought the 10% line, wherever that's at, somewhere on the second day. So his average is probably super low. My trade stats. Yeah, I'll show my trade stats real quick. Let's go back to HTZ. 1 second. Let me check this. Yeah, we bounced. Got a bounce right off the $15 mark on HTZ. Probably finished strong for the day. I was very bullish on that stock until the last day, and it got pulled back. So Gush, looks like Gush touched. So we're getting less than a 3/4 move on Gush. Typically, you see a 3/4 move on Gush. Start at the low end, almost hit the 75 range on the channel. Now we're coming back down for probably a bounce. It'll probably taper up and finish mid range. We'll probably get a parabolic move tomorrow, and then I would assume it would go long. Usually how Gush likes to move. It'll do a 3/4 move and then parabolic the next day and go the other way after that. Oh yeah, so let's pull up my stats for trading. My stats, I was 50-50 win-loss until Thursday and Friday. Now my stats are shit. I think I gotta go. I actually have to go to lunch in about 10 minutes, so we're gonna shut down the stream. Um, so these were most of my trades from last week. We had some good winners and some small losses in the beginning of the week, but then the end of the week I lost a ton of money, and I way over traded, and I did not manage my risk correctly. We can go to the reports real quick. Or actually, let's go to the dashboard. Cumulative losses, accumulated as wins. So my win to losses are actually break even, but my commissions are eating me alive. Where's my? There's a somewhere it tells me my total commissions. Yeah, $207 in commissions in the first 2 weeks. Average commission's $5. So yeah, commissions are really going to eat me. I can't lose any more money on my account, or else I will start. Commissions will just be too much, and I'll just have to blow up I'll have to Hail Mary the account and just blow it up. Biggest loser, biggest profits. Yeah, so my biggest loser is bigger than my biggest profits, which is bad. Losses, got a 41 to 56 ratio, 2% break even. My average profits are better than my average losers by $5, so that's still not a great ratio. Yeah, so let's go to reports. Can a mod throw up the Discord links? Why don't you use a broker like TradeZero or Mint Broker with no commissions? I just have not looked into TradeZero or Mint Broker. I have been highly recommended Tradenet, and I like their contract. The nice thing, the nice thing about Tradenet is I can short a lot of stocks that the majority of people can't because it's not a brokerage, it's a CFD, and I enjoy having that option if I want to. HMNY would have been a fantastic short trade last week if I had noticed it. Average hold times. So yeah, here's my other stats. Total trades, 39 trades. Hold time, 3 hours. Average hold, about an hour. We can go over monthly. No, let's do weekly. Overview. So my highest profitable trades are the high ball shorts. I'm also good at channel trades and gap ups, breakout to resistance shorts. I'm good at shorting the 400 like massive gap ups that open like 400% or more. I've traded those decently. Not too good at long traps, VWAP bounces, or yeah, win to loss rate. I have a decent average on channel trades, a really good average win to loss on high ball shorts. Same for the 400% gappers. Let's do hourly. My best trading seems to be at around 10 o'clock. Or my highest win rate. Yeah, so my profits are also 10 o'clock. My best day is definitely Wednesday. So Wednesday is my most profitable day to trade on. Same with win to losses. It's Wednesday. See you then. Or EM's leaving. See ya. Yeah, I need to definitely control my sizing into trades. I go too aggressively and too early, and it costs me a lot of money. I know I got out Gobby. I broke even yesterday on the huge pullback. I should have just let it swing. Um, I would have. I just got scared out of my position again. This would have been a fantastic trade. I should have been watching this on the open, but I wasn't. Looks like it's testing again to make new highs. So the SAR parabolics are on the 10-minute are getting up there. Um, if it breaks down and flips, it'll probably come down to VWAP and then hopefully curl up. No, I'm most rested on Wednesday. I think I don't know why, but it's kind of interesting that those stats look the way they do on these days because I'm always the most tired on Thursdays and Mondays. Well, no, Mondays I can be rested, but Tuesdays and Thursdays I'm usually super tired for whatever reason. It's just my natural rhythm of the week. I don't know why that's the thing, but it's funny that my profits and losses reflect my natural, the way I feel and the way I wake up. Because Wednesdays, I always have good Wednesdays for whatever reason. For like the past 10 years, Wednesdays have always been decent days for me. And then Fridays are hit and miss. But that's an interesting little stat that I didn't predict would happen. All right, let me call my friend real quick because I'm probably gonna go to lunch. Hey, what do you want to eat? Uh, say Osborne, Sunshine. We can do Osborne. It doesn't matter. Osborne's or Sunshine works. Uh, nah, that's fine. Sunshine's cheap. All right, see, we're gonna go get breakfast. So we're gonna go get breakfast with Frazier. What? See insurance. I don't use the Ichimoku cloud anymore. It's a decent strat. It's only useful on certain patterns. It's not a one size fits all strategy, so you really have to use it on specific patterns. And I'm just not really interested in that. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and shut down the stream. Hope you guys had a good trading day. I will see you tomorrow. Also, there will be the week 2 recap video released probably. Well, I'm leaving now, so it'll probably be around 5 o'clock. It's gonna get released. So look for that. It's about an hour long. I try to make them short, but somehow they always end up being very long. And I go through the week's trades and all the mistakes that I made. And basically everything I'm doing now is to plan for not having those mistakes happen. Yeah, so I'll see you guys tomorrow.